students, welcome back to our biology classes. This is Divya Kanamili and I am going to teach you biology classes. Yes, today here we are to understand about the next kingdom in 5 kingdom classification. Yes, let us understand about fungi today. Okay, fungi, the kingdom fungi, it is also known as Mycota. Okay, Mycota, it is a kingdom which is commonly known as fungi. Okay, so what are the characteristic features of this kingdom fungi? Let us learn in this class. These are generally a multicellular organisms. Okay, so till now whatever we have discussed, the previous kingdoms, the kingdom Protista and the kingdom Monera, when we see that the organisms in these two kingdoms are what type? They are unicellular, but there is a increased in complexity when we go to higher classifications. Okay, so when we understand about fungi, these are the multicellular organisms. Okay, and not all the organisms are multicellular here. There is one exception in this kingdom fungi. Why? Because there is one fungi which is a unicellular. There is one fungi which is unicellular. Do you know what organism it is? It is an yeast. You know the yeast, right? You are very well known to hear the yeast. Yeast is generally used in a bakeries. Okay, in baking industries and brewing industries is being utilized. So generally this yeast is used for fermentation process. Due to fermentation, what happens, you know, the production of alcohol will be done in brewing industries, and as a result of respiration it will be producing carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is utilized in baking industries. Okay, apart from that, yes, we understood that an yeast is the only unicellular fungi which is present in the kingdom fungi or Mycota, and rest of the all organisms are what type? Yes, they are multicellular organisms. And when you see, these are eukaryotic. From next onwards, all the organisms are eukaryotic itself. Okay, we understood the prokaryotic kingdom is only one kingdom, that is the kingdom Monera. After Monera, the Protista, the fungi, plantae and animalia all are an eukaryotic organisms. We know that an eukaryotic organism means it will be having a well-defined nucleus and cell organelles in them. Okay, then they are heterotropic in nature. So till now in Protista and even in Monera we have seen there are few organisms which are heterotropic in nutrition and there are few organisms which are autotropic. But here they are heterotropic in nature. Okay, that means here in this group of organisms there is no a special pigment which is responsible for the photosynthesis. Okay, as we know that a photosynthesis will take place because of presence of a chlorophyll pigment in it, right? So if you see these organisms, these are colorless generally. That means many of the fungi, they are what type of color, you know, they are nearly white or cream, right? So here the pigments are very rarely seen, and these pigments are not at all responsible for the photosynthesis. Okay, so here all the organisms which are present in the kingdom Mycota are heterotropic in nutrition. Okay, even in heterotropic nutrition also there are different types. Many of the organisms which are under Mycota are saprophytic in nutrition. So what do you mean by saprophytic actually? A saprophytic nutrition means these are the organisms which depend upon dead and decaying organic matter for their nutrition. Okay, so you are clear, right? So what they are going to do? They are going to eat the organisms which was dead already, or they are under the condition of decomposition. Okay, decomposition means you know, right? Decomposition or decaying means kolitirudu. Okay, yes. These organisms will depend upon dead and decaying organic matter. Okay, such type of organisms we call as saprophytes, and the mode of nutrition we call as saprophytic nutrition. Understood? Yes, many of the fungi are what type of nutrition they are having? They are having a saprophytic nutrition. Examples for saprophytic fungi are agaricus Agaricus means commonly known as mushrooms. You might have seen mushrooms, right? They are being used for eating. Edible mushrooms are there which are being used as a food. Okay, not only that, in local languages like in Kannada, either it will be called as Naikude or Anabe. Yet there are few organisms in this kingdom which are depending upon a living host for their protoplasm. Okay, so they are going to depend upon living host protoplasm for their food. Such type of organisms we call them as parasites, and there are many type of parasitic fungi which we can see. So you might have seen papaya, right? So when you leave this papaya as such for say for means ripened papaya I am saying, if you leave the ripened papaya say for about 3 to 4 days, you can see the growth of an organism over there. Okay, you can see blackish to greenish to black color, or sometimes it will be ash color to green colored type of a spongy growth we can see upon the papaya or rotten tomato. Okay, or in carrot you can see. Okay, you can see here. So this is a carrot, right? So where you can see the growth of whitish colored appearance here. Okay, you can see, right? So or even here. So like this, see, a normal carrot should be like this, but see here. So this is a rotting carrot where you can see the growth of this type of organisms. So these are what? A parasitic. Okay, so these are a parasitic fungi which are depending upon a living host protoplasm for as their food. Okay, such type of organisms we call them as parasites. Even some organisms in the kingdom fungi where they are living in permanent mutual dependent relationship with the cyanobacteria. Okay, cyanobacteria means commonly known as blue-green algae. So such type of organisms we call as symbiotic organisms. Okay, so sim means here SYM. Sim means what? Together. Okay, biotic means a living organisms. Living organisms are here living together. Such type of association we call as symbiotic association. The well-known example is lichens. So you might have seen these lichen area only where it is not polluted. That means the growth of lichens is a indication of less polluted area. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ ಲೈಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ನಾವ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಲೈಕೆನ್ಸ್ are very commonly seen as a growth patches, white colored patches growth on the barks of the tree. So generally you might have seen the arachnid plant. Arachnid plant means adiki mara. Okay, so where you can see on the arachnid plantation you can see there is a white colored patches growth throughout the plant. So this white colored patches growth whatever we are seeing now, so it is nothing but the lichen. In lichens there will be two organisms. One will be a fungi and the other one will be blue-green algae. Okay, so one will be fungi and the other one is blue-green algae. So as we know that the blue-green algae it is photosynthetic. As it is photosynthetic, it will prepare what? It will prepare food. So this food will be utilized by the fungi. Okay, in turn fungi will also help blue-green algae. How you know? Fungi will give shelter. What it will give? It will give shelter to blue-green algae. One. It will also help in the collecting the minerals and water. Okay, so as we know that the fungi will spread very easily. So because of that it is capable to collect the minerals and water from the surrounding areas and it will give this to a blue-green algae. So utilizing these minerals and water, a blue-green algae will synthesize the food and this food will be utilized by the fungi. So here both the organisms are helping each other. They are mutually benefited. So one organism is benefited with the other organism here. So because of this mutual benefits, okay, this type of association we call as symbiotic association and they are known as symbionts. Okay, they are known as symbionts. You understood about lichens, right? Then you can see that these organisms are having a cell wall. So presence of cell wall, it is also one of the peculiar characteristic feature which we can see in the kingdom fungi, where this cell wall composition is different from the cell wall which we can see in the kingdom Monera. So the cell wall is made up of a chitin. So what do you mean by a chitin? Chitin, it is a complex sugar. It is a complex sugar. It is nothing but complex sugar means it is a complex carbohydrate. So the chitin is made up of complex carbohydrate which is very tough and very strong anta artha. Okay, so the cell wall of fungi, it is made up of a chitin subunits, and this chitin is nothing but a complex carbohydrate which is very tough in nature. So these are some of the interesting and more important characteristic features of the kingdom fungi. So when you see the examples, Agaricus already I have said, and Saccharomyces. Saccharomyces, it is a scientific name of the yeast and it is commonly known as yeast. Okay, then Penicillium. So Penicillium, it is also very well known for us. So when we met with any small accidents, like when we have any wounds and all, so we will be adding a penicillin powder, or we will be taking a penicillin injection or a penicillin tablet to get cured from the bacterial infection from the area where we are having some wounds and all, right? So this penicillin powder, whatever, or the penicillin G, whatever we are using as a medicine, no? So it is an antibiotic which is obtained from the fungi Penicillium. Okay, so this Penicillium, it is a mold. So what type of organism it is? A mold. Molds means these are also a fungi. Don't get mess up with that. So Penicillium, it is also fungi which is generally a mold. Okay, bread mold anta heltivi. So bread mold andre, so when you keep bread slice as such outside, see if it is a bread slice, you can see some patched growth over the bread slice. So these are called as molds. So as it is growing on a bread, it is commonly known as bread mold. Okay, one such organism is also a Penicillium. Okay, which will be producing a very commercial antibiotic, that is Penicillium. Okay, you understood, right? So these are the examples of kingdom fungi. Keep it in mind. So mainly you need to remember it is a multicellular eukaryotic heterotrophic organism which is made up of, which is having a cell wall made up of chitin, and you need to remember the definitions of saprophytic, parasitic and symbiont. Okay, so this is about kingdom fungi. Now let us learn about the next kingdom, that is kingdom plantae. So plantae, when you see here, they are also multicellular eukaryotic organisms. The difference is here, they are also having a cell wall and they are autotrophic in nature. So the kingdom fungi, what type of organisms these are? These are also a multicellular, right? So we can clearly see the plants. Either it is a very small plant or very big plant, we can clearly see. Why? Because they are multicellular in nature and eukaryotes obviously. And we know that already we have discussed the plant cell in the lesson fundamental unit of life, where we have seen the presence of cell wall, right? So the plants will have a cell wall. So the kingdom plantae includes all the plants, right? Then the mode of nutrition, if you see here, they are autotrophic in nature. Mainly they are photosynthetic, right? So that means they possess a chlorophyll pigment which will facilitate in the process of photosynthesis. By that they will prepare their own food, right? So this is about the kingdom plantae. Why I am giving very brief, you know why? Because we are going to learn about the kingdom plantae and animalia in detail. Okay, we are going to understand even the sub-classifications of the kingdom plantae and animalia. Why? Because these are the two types of kingdom which are very familiar with us, right? Animalia, when you see the kingdom animalia, the only difference we can find from plantae to animalia is that, so here also they are multicellular eukaryotic, but they do not possess cell wall. Cell wall is absent here, and even they are heterotrophic in nutrition. So they are heterotrophic and lack of cell wall. Here they are autotrophic and presence of cell wall. This is the characteristic feature which is going to alter these two kingdoms. Okay, by next classes we will be understanding in detail about the kingdom Plantae and Animalia. Okay students, this is all about today's class. We have learned about the kingdom Plantae, Animalia, and more interestingly we have learned about the kingdom Fungi. And please do like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel.